What's up, yoga family? Welcome back to my channel, the best place to practice yoga for your body, mind, and soul. Today's practice is a yoga class for digestion and bloating or relief when you overeat, because it happens to all of us, right? And I want us to set this intention together of I move with ease. So take a moment to write that in the comments, all caps, I move with ease, so I know you're committing to this intention with me. A note on yoga props, I am requiring one rolled blanket. If you don't have a blanket, find a blanket substitute, which could literally be a blanket in your home, or a chunky bath or beach towel. So press pause, make sure you have a blanket, and then come join me lying down on your belly to begin the practice. And hey, please make sure you subscribe to support free at-home yoga, okay? Unroll your mat. Let's start this feeling relieved when you overeat yoga practice. Okay, we're gonna begin lying down on our belly and drape our navel point right over the rolled blanket. So take a moment to bring yourself into that position. And if you've never laid across a blanket or a prop like this right at your navel center, it can feel somewhat alarming and intrusive, and as though your body is rejecting it or resisting it. And so the best way to really calm the nervous system and let it know, hey, it's okay, this prop is helping me create spaciousness in my abdomen. The best way to let your nervous system know it's okay is to begin to consciously breathe. So use your mind to shape your breath, and then as a result, your breath will help shape your mind. It's this beautiful relationship of reciprocity with the breath and the mind. So beginning to really bring awareness to the breath, noticing your inhale and your exhale. And you can stay like I am right here, lifted up on the elbows in a Sphinx-like position. Or if you're wanting more sensation, you can come down and stack both arms and rest the forehead atop the hands. And you'll immediately notice, oh, now I really feel that blanket. And if this is too much, back out of it and come back up to a Sphinx pose. But we'll be here for 2 more minutes. This is your centering posture. It is a way for you to transition from whatever was happening before you stepped on the mat and really give you that opportunity to become present and cultivate non-judgmental awareness, right? You're here to do the work. You're here to unify your body, mind, and soul and not be stuck in any self-defeating thoughts or feelings about what you ate or didn't eat, okay? So you're here and you're showing up and you're doing the work, and this centering moment is helping you transition into that work. And as you breathe, you can repeat our intention, I move with ease. Letting your breaths be smooth and even. And with each exhale, you'll notice that your body is becoming more and more receptive to the object that's beneath your navel. Final breath here. You could sigh out the mouth. If you are all the way down lying with forehead on the hands, come up and meet me at a forearm stance and take a moment to rock over to one side and set the blanket off to the side. Coming into a Sphinx pose, rolling the pinky edge toe of the feet down towards the mat, spiraling the inner thighs up towards the sky, pushing down through your elbows and your forearms to create extension in the spine, and then subtly dragging your body through the gate of your arms, spreading through the collarbones. And sense the spaciousness you just cultivated from having the blanket pressed into your navel point. And we're here for 2 minutes. 2 things I want to say about that. One, when I was a little girl and I used to overeat, I always told my parents I needed to go lay on my belly. And to them it seemed counterintuitive, but actually it was so incredibly comforting and soothing. And second, if you deal with any low back discomfort, we all do, right? At certain points, what we just did is a really nice way to open up the lumbar spine. So if it's tensed and you're feeling really like a lot of discomfort, lie over a belly or a blanket or a bolster, and it's going to help create spaciousness. All right, and if I lost you and you're sinking into your joints here, lift back up and expand. We've got another minute. I move with ease. I move with ease. Final breath here. Always inviting you to sigh out that exhale on the last breath and meet me in downward facing dog. We'll be coming into a twist variation, but first come into your Adho Mukha Svanasana and take 3 breaths to anchor and center. Find your pose. Beautiful. Now walk your right hand in just a smidge, and you will probably need to shorten your stance for this twist. Really bend the knees and weave the left hand through to catch the outside of the right lower leg, the ankle, or even possibly beneath the heel. Adjusting for whatever position you really want here. And don't be afraid to bend these knees and then rotate the chest over towards the right. Gaze up at the right armpit. Keep wrapping right armpit towards the heart to keep some stability in the right arm here. And take 3 breaths. And release, bring the left arm down, immediately switch sides. The right hand will weave through and catch outside of the left leg, ankle, or shin. Find what feels good for you. Don't be afraid to really bend the knees to get in there. And then rotate the chest over towards the left, gaze at the left armpit. And again, wrap the left armpit towards the heart with the arm for that stability and structure. And take 3 breaths here. Release that right arm, gaze forward, step the left foot to the top of the mat, soften right knee down, coming into a low lunge twist. So this doesn't need to be your deepest low lunge. Really, we're focusing on the twisting action. Set it up from the back of the pose though, so roll the right pinky edge toe down, send the right inner thigh, the inseam back towards the back of the mat, yeah? And then try this with me. This is a new cue that I've just learned. Bring the right knee towards the left knee, towards the right hip. So imagine right hip and left knee coming closer together. And then left hip and right knee coming closer together, creating this cross-referencing in the body. And now inhale the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands down through prayer, and take a twist over towards the left, hooking elbow on the outside of the knee, continuing to cross-reference in the body. And we'll be here for a whole minute. Remembering our intention, I move with ease. Almost there. Last breath. Unwind, inhale, come through to center, reach the arms high. Plant hands, step back, downward facing dog. Nice work. Step the right foot through. Soften left knee, and again, set it up from the back of the pose. So left pinky edge toe is rolling down. The left inseam of the thigh is going back. And then stay in your hip crease here and reach up towards the sky. Awesome. Find that cross reference. So right knee and left hip coming towards one another. Right hip and the left knee coming towards one another. And from here, as you inhale up, exhale, hands into prayer, twist towards the right, hook elbow on the outside of the knee, and pause and breathe a whole minute here. I move with ease, continuing to cross-reference the body. Last breath. Sigh the exhale. Unwind, inhale, reach through inner elbows. Exhale, plant hands, step back to downward facing dog. Take 3 breaths. And soften the knees down. Coming into Garland pose with breath of fire. So I'm going to recommend that you unroll your blanket. And As you unroll it, we're then going to fold it and rest our heels on the edge of it. So unroll like so. And you might want it at this thickness or lower, okay? And then Garland pose is like malasana, except the knees are tractioning forward and the feet are forward instead of them being splayed out to the side here. And you want the heels resting on the edge and the ball of the foot and the toes on the yoga mat. It's just gonna give you some more lift, all right? And then bring the elbows to the outsides of the knees and hands into prayer. And from here, we'll layer in breath of fire, which is a cleansing, purifying breath technique. It is an active exhale where you're pumping the belly and tonifying, and a passive inhale. You are not holding your breath, okay? Do your best. If you're new, you'll get used to it with practice. So exhale completely. And we'll go for about 100 pumps. Inhale 3/4 of the way and begin. Last set of 20 breaths. Inhale breath. Hold the breath at the top. Sip in a little bit more air like you're sipping in through a straw. And exhale. Take a moment, eyes closed, stay inside. Notice that we're in this squatting position. If you know about the subtle body and the vayus, there's what's called the apana vayu, which is the downward current. It has everything to do with elimination. So squats like this are helpful. And then we've got all of that breath anchored in the navel point where digestion is happening. And it's a cleansing, heating, tonifying technique, which is so great when we're feeling like, ugh, I overate, right? All right, now slide your hands underneath your feet, and you might want to experiment with taking your feet off of the blanket. You see how that feels in your body. And if you've got rings, set them off to the side, and you're just sliding the hand kind of diagonally crisscross underneath the feet here. Okay, great. And then the toes will splay out some and come back into your squat. Now you might feel a little bit constricted, but again, we're really centering the energy into the navel region and capitalizing upon this downward current. So on the inhale, we'll lift our hips high. We won't lock out our legs. And on the exhale, we'll come back down to our squatting position. And we'll go for, let's try for 27. And if that's too much, we'll give it a rest. So here we go. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. You're free to close your eyes here. Move at your own pace. Again, we're really staying in the lower body, in the lower region where digestion is happening, and trying to get that downward current flowing again. I think that's 4. 27 might be a lot. So let's keep going and see where we land. That's 5 for me. go for 14. This is 9 and 10 and 11 and 12. Last 2. Last 1. Nice work. Get your hands out from underneath your feet. Set the blanket off to the side and meet me in a standing posture. Moving through more twists, bring the feet so that the knife edge is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Inhale the arms out to a T, spread through the fingertips. And exhale, right hand to the outside of the left foot as the left arm goes high. Inhale, back up. Exhale, other side. Keep moving like this. I move with ease. Last time each side. Inhale, come up, arms to a T. And exhale, fold through wide-legged forward fold all the way down. You could heel toe the feet a little bit wider. Let the spine grow long, head and neck hang heavy. Enjoy 5 breaths here. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, find your way to a seat. Nice work. Moving into Ardha Matsyendrasana, half fish pose. The right knee is bent. The foot's coming towards the left glute, and you're placing the left sole of the foot outside of the right thigh. Now, option to add the blanket back in, and you could tuck it into your hip crease for more sensation and space making around the abdomen, and see how that feels for you. If you get into the twist and you're like, ugh, this is not good, take it out, okay? Left hand goes back in space as your kickstand. Inhale the right arm high. And exhale, find your twist. Elbow outside of the knee or hugging the leg into the chest. We'll be here for a minute. Coming back to the intention, I move with ease. I move with ease. Last breath. Awesome. Unravel, come back through to center. If you've got that blanket in the hip crease, set it off to the side, hands behind you. And take a moment to windshield wipe the legs. Other side. Left knee pointing forward, right sole of the foot crossing on the outside of the left thigh. And again, bring in your blanket, test it out, see how it feels. The right arm goes back as the kickstand now. Inhale, reach through the inner elbow on the left side, lengthen the spine. And then exhale, find your twist. Again, we'll be here for a minute. Settle in. I move with ease. And you might want to layer on, and I love my body. I move with ease and I love my body. Or I move with ease and I respect my body. Even another way to put it could be, I move with ease and my body loves me, right? Sometimes it's really hard to believe that we love our bodies in certain moments. And so what if it's my body loves me and therefore I'm in a relationship of reciprocity and then I want to love it back, right? Final breath. Beautiful. Unwind. And again, get your blanket refolded. And this time more of a rectangle. It'll go between our knees in a supine twist. So lie all the way down. Awesome. And place the blanket between the legs. Shift the hips over to the right and let the legs fall over to the left here. And then find goalpost arms or extend both arms. We'll be on both sides for 1 minute. Settle in. Remembering that the mind shapes the breath and the breath shapes the mind. So if you lose your mind and it's gone elsewhere, which it does so often, come back to, oh, I can consciously breathe. I can use my mind to help me do that. And then as I do that, my breath will naturally shape my mind. And I'll stay here in my body, in this pose, in this yoga practice. And it's this constant seesaw of coming back to awareness, coming back to awareness, coming back to awareness with non-judgment, right? It's not when will the distractions happen, or it's not if, it's when. The mind is meant to be thinking and protecting and safeguarding. And so again, it's not if, it's when, and it's can we come back with non-judgmental presence instead of staying stuck in a loop, right? So come back, come back, come back. Stay here in the practice. Last breath. And begin to come back through to center. Shift the hips over to the left this time. Legs fall over to the right. And again, goalpost your arms or extend them straight out. Find something that feels good for you and settle in for 2 minutes. Another minute here. I move with ease. My body loves me. I love my body. Last breath. And now setting up for a brief Savasana. And you can drape this blanket over your body. That might feel really nice and really comforting. You might want to also bring the blanket underneath your knees for some extra support and padding. Let the feet splay out. Legs are wider than hip width distance. Arms are down by your sides, palms facing up. No longer shaping the breath, letting it be in its own natural rhythm. And integrating the experience you had today, that message of I move with ease, my body loves me, and therefore I love my body. And any tension that you're holding, whether it's physical, emotional, energetic, mental, intellectual, or spiritual, letting it release now. Creating that spaciousness within, just like how we've been creating spaciousness the entire practice. Resting here, integrating. Begin to shape the breath again, deepening the inhale and the exhale. Sensing the rise and fall of the abdomen, the expansion and contraction of the rib cage. And your awareness moving back to the surface of the skin. This now here now moment. Welcoming small movements and eventually stretching legs long and bringing arms overhead. Reclaiming your ability to move with ease, bending the knees, coming to one side for fetal pose. I move with ease, my body loves me, and I love this body. And making your way up to a seated posture now. Keep the eyes softly closed down as you make that transition with me. Sitting up tall, roots down, crown high. Sweep the arms out to the side, gather up this freedom you've cultivated, this liberation, palms touch, hug your hands down through heart center. Inhale to prepare for Om together. As you feel ready, begin to flutter open the eyes. Welcome back to the physical space. As always, it's my hope that you feel more whole, body, mind, and soul, and that you feel like, yes, I can move with ease as I step off my mat today. Remember, there are plenty of other similar resources here to support you on the channel. Lots of other twisting like classes, some more powerful, some more restorative, but all that can aid you in feeling relief when you overeat, which was the intention of our practice today, right? And so now the real work begins, yoga family, to step off our mats and take this intention into our daily lives. Thank you so much for joining me. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll meet you back here.